Hello everyone, Professor Krizluk here. So I wanted to make this video for a couple days now since I've got 222 to 220 subscribers in there somewhere. And just thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I know I have quite a few different people that subscribe to the channel. Some are students who are my own students who follow for the course related material I make. Others are people that are just interested in international relations, comparative politics, American government, maybe some of the news I make. And so since there are some new channel members here, I just wanted to make a quick video and just kind of talk about what this channel generally is about. Again, it's a pretty slow growing channel, 220, 222 subscribers. It grows pretty slow, and that's okay. I try to take a nonpartisan approach to politics, which I know isn't as exciting and isn't as engaging as some channels that are maybe a little bit more splashy. So then what do I do on this channel? Firstly, I do make videos that are directed towards my students. They are oftentimes put on Canvas for my students to watch as a supplement to what we are learning about in class. So my teaching style, I try to be very discussion based, but that means we still need that kind of 30,000 foot overview of the material. And that's oftentimes what those videos are. So although they're directed and I make them for my students, they're available for anyone that wants to watch. You might not have the reading material. You might not quite understand what we're learning about. But hey, if it's something that maybe goes with your class, you're taking a comparative politics course, you're taking an IR course, an American government course, and it's something I'm lecturing on, hopefully that helps you in your class if you decide to watch it, even if you're not one of my students. So some of my videos are for that. Some of my videos are just current events, happenings around the world, either for IR, comparative, or American government. Maybe it's election season like we are right now, and so I make a lot of videos on elections, just stuff that I think is interesting as a political scientist. So a little bit about me if you're new to the channel. I teach at the University of Northern Colorado. I have a PhD in political science from Kent State University. So as you can see, I oftentimes wear Kent State stuff or UNC stuff. I'm a big fan of school spirit. I like school athletics, and so I wear the gear a lot. So I teach across the political science spectrum, from American government, comparative politics, international relations. So that's why you see videos that are kind of all over the place, but still rooted in political science. They might be American, they might be comparative, they might be IR related. So when I make videos, I do make some that are just designed to try to help a broad audience or students at other universities understand concepts that maybe they're learning about. And so really this channel, we cover a lot of different material. It's been a few days since I put out new videos because I've been traveling, so I've been making more shorts lately because I can kind of just put out my thoughts that way. So I also run a podcast with my friend Dr. Detsy. We're on a bit of a hiatus right now where I travel and he has some engagements, but that'll be back probably closer to August. We like to cover world events and just whatever we think is relevant to talk about. So the channel covers a lot. Again, if you're new here, the channel covers a lot from comparative, IR, American, current events, really just whatever I think is interesting. And when I make videos, I try to look at world events through the political science spectrum. Again, I have a PhD in political science, and so although they're current events, I'm trying to oftentimes make videos through the prism of, okay, how do political scientists look at this issue? And beyond that, I sometimes talk about books I'm reading if I think they're interesting and I think they're worthwhile for students or general audience to read. So really, this is a pretty broad channel. It's non-partisan. I think I have like 250 videos. I don't think any of them are overly partisan. Just when I think about my role as a political scientist and my role as an academic, as a university professor, I take being nonpartisan in the classroom and in my videos pretty seriously. If you talk to my students, I hope hopefully they would agree that I teach from a nonpartisan perspective, because I think that's important. And so that carries over into my videos. This is a public channel. Some of my students follow. I don't want it to be overly partisan. So again, when we think about what this channel is about, I make videos on current events, stuff that is for my students, stuff that I think would be relevant for other students. I have an international relations series where I talk about IR. So if you're taking an IR course, hopefully some of those videos can help you. I also have some tips from a professor, which is hopefully useful for students, especially as you start heading back to school here in August. Just some tips about how to succeed and do well in college. So the main takeaway of this video is I just wanted to thank you. If you are one of the 200 people that subscribe to my channel, thank you. I know it's a small number. It's a pretty slow growing channel, but I make content on what I think is interesting and what I like. And so thank you for subscribing.